Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 1st of October 2023. Sensational. That's right, friends. I'm back once again with another fragrance rotation video because it is Sunday. And this is how we all know it's Sunday, you know? This week has been marked by some inclement vibes. Inclement vibes from the sky. There's been rain. There's been wind and rain. Today has probably been the nicest day. It's been getting colder as well, and you will see this reflected throughout my choices of the week. So let's start at the beginning, shall we? And on Monday I wore a Channel Classic, a top fragrance in my opinion, one of the best from the house, maybe the last great perfume from the house in my opinion, and this is Tom Ford's Tobacco Oud. I've reviewed this, and so if you wish to see my extended thoughts on this, you are more than welcome to watch the review. I love this. It is a little bit spicy, a little bit incensey, a little bit ambery, tobacco, dark, a little bit smoky, vanillic. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's what the House of Tom Ford used to be before it became what it is, you know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. This is a top fragrance in my opinion. You can only get it in 50ml bottles now, which is a shame. But I love this stuff. And you can expect to see it further throughout the season of autumn and winter, because that is exactly what it's for. It's warming, it's dark, it's a little bit sweet, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so next up we have what is becoming a classic of the channel, and certainly a favourite of mine. And this is Anna Goutal's Myrrh Ardente. I'm loving this stuff. This is one of, if not my favourite pickup of the year. I love it. It has competition from stuff like Cologne Officinale and Invasion Bar Bar, but that is a video I will do in a couple of months once the year is out. My favourite pickups of 2023 will be an exciting one. But this is Myrrh. It's amber, it's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit rubbery when it opens up. It's got, I think, has it got mandarin? Has it got some kind of a little bit of sweetness at the top? No, it's not mandarin, it's beeswax. It's because it smells like M7, that's why. It's got the myrrh, it's got the vanillic benzoine sort of thing. There's tonka in there, and then it's got this kind of beeswax note, a lovely beeswax note in it, which keeps it friendly, you know, doesn't go too much down the dark smoky path of myrrh. Absolutely sensational fragrance. You can see how much of this I've already used. I mean, I'm going to wear this at least once a week for the foreseeable future. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving it. I'm scared I've only got a couple of bottles. Anyway. Wednesday I went for something slightly different. But not so different. You know, it's similar in that it's a dark fragrance, but it's also a little bit fresh as well. And this is L'Artisan's Tea for Two. Really enjoyed wearing this. It's warm, it's spicy, it's got cinnamon. It's got a slightly gingerbread. It's along the same lines as 5 o'clock au gingembre, although The Serge Luton has a little bit more of that kind of gingerbread biscuit thing going on. This is more focused on the tea and the spice. There's honey in here as well. It's a huge dark tea fragrance though. And it's got tobacco in it also, which gives it this kind of rich dark leaf, as obviously what tea is as well, so it adds to that. It's an absolutely glorious fragrance. I'm really glad I've got it. I've got some really good tea fragrances, and there's nothing quite like a good tea fragrance because they're dark and yet they are fresh, you know, much like the beverage. Absolutely lovely. Really like this. I really like this stuff. You will see it again, I have absolutely no doubt. As you will also see this next fragrance coming up, the fragrance I wore on Thursday. I did tell you people that I was going to be wearing ambers this season, and so it has proved. And here is my bottle of Ambre Fetiche by Annick Goutal, the second Annick Goutal. Second Annick Goutal in 3 days. Massively underrated house. I'm going to do a video, I think. Instead of splitting them up by house, I'm going to do a conglomeration of Maître Parfum Elegantier, L'Artisan, and Annick Goutal fragrances and put them all from my collection in one video so I can talk about them, because they are three hugely underappreciated houses. L'Artisan probably gets the most love in the community, or it's certainly more in the consciousness, but the other two are so worthy as well. You know, such good fragrances, top fragrances. And this is no different. This is, well, obviously it's amber, isn't it? You know what I mean? But it's got a lovely kind of crossover with Mer Ardente in that kind of vanillic, benzoine, creamy, slightly, I don't want to say ecclesiastical, because it's not like I've got an ecclesiastical fragrance in this list, so it's not along those lines, but it's very, for something so warm, and it's clean as well, you know. There is incense in here. I've just smelled it there. There is incense in here, so it's a beautiful fragrance that similar to, but different than Amber Sultan, you know, which I think is the top amber. I'm going to try and do a top amber fragrances in my collection this autumn and winter. Did the top leathers on Eugene's channel last year. I'm going to do the top ambers this season. Okay, next up, Friday. Friday, for the first time this year, I decided to wear Chanel's Sycamore EDT. Sycamore EDT. I prefer this to the EDP considerably. I think it's sharper. I think it's better defined. I think it suits vetiver more, because it's got that kind of definition, you know. It's got that definition that you don't get from the EDP for me. This was released in 2008, not 6. And it was Jacques Polge and Christopher Sheldrake, the dream team, if ever there was one. And they did release some absolutely phenomenal fragrances together. This is one of the chief among them. Other people would also consider Coromandel in there, which smells a lot like Borneo 1834. But this is vetiver, it's cypress. It's a little bit aldehydic because it's a Chanel, but it's also got like something a little bit prickly, you know. It reminded me of Encre Noir because it is similar to Encre Noir, although it is better than Encre Noir. Is it 10 times the price better? That's up to you. you know, and the EDTs are getting harder to find. The EDP is 10 times the price. On Crane can be found at 30 quid online on discounters. Chanel, you know what I mean? You're looking at paying $350 for a 200ml. So really, it's more like 5 to 6 times the price. It's not even 5 to 6 times better. Both very good fragrances, but Sycamore is clear. Brilliant. I'll do a review of this and I'll do a comparison between the two. And that'll be interesting. Although I may have just done that, actually. Don't tell anyone. Anyway, next up, yesterday, I did say there was an ecclesiastical fragrance in here, and this is it. Can you guess what it is? It is the first time I've worn this year. It is Laos. Laos. I am reliably informed that this is pronounced Laos, not Labs, as in lavatory. It's pronounced Laos. This was released in 2014 by Filippo Sorcinelli, and it is glorious. It is a peppery, elamy incense drying down to a slightly spicy incense amber. It's gorgeous. It's brilliant. It's really, really, really top notch, this fragrance. I absolutely love it. It's got resins in it. It's got pepper. Definitely got pepper at the top because it's got that almost sneeze-inducing thing going on. It's got that lemony freshness from elamy, clove. It's beautiful. It's beautifully made. Whoever the perfumer was absolutely on fire that day. It was brilliant. They got the brief and Sorcinelli made sure it was followed through. One of the best incense fragrances that I have smelled, frankly. I absolutely love it. So that is what I wore on yesterday, if you will, which brings me to my scent of the day. And my scent of the day is another myrrh fragrance. Just put a couple of sprays on just to remind myself. And this is from the house of Les Indomptables. It is Oriental Velour. Oriental Velour is a release from before Antoine Lee joined the house. I forget the perfumer's name. It was a lady, Florence. Florence, pass. Sorry, Florence. But it's magnificent. It's absolutely magnificent. It's really well made. There's beautiful myrrh in it. There's a vetiver in it, which... The vetiver has aspects of Escal and Haiti. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Escal and Haiti, which was released in... Ooh, pass. But this has got that. It's got like a crossover going on there. It's used in a similar way, even if it's not the same exact material. But there's a very familiar feeling to Oriental Velour. Spruce. Spruce is the note in here which will make you stand up and take notice. And that is it, my friends. This has been my fragrance rotation. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.